Wafu FM.
It's time for the show.
The Chris and Chris Show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Chris and Chris Show. I'm Chris Kriss here. Hello.
I'm Chris okay.
I haven't done a show in a while, sorry.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Oh my god, we're back again. There you go. I thought I'd change it up a bit. Fuck Stained. Let's use Backstreet Boys from now on. We're going to review some Gary Busey, because we realised, in a weird chain of events, that we'd never really have a review of a Gary Busey movie. Don't think we'll have.
I mean, did we do Lethal Weapon at some point?
No, we've never done any of the Lethal Weapons.
So I guess not. I don't think we've even talked upon his grace.
Probably mentioned him a couple of times. We've obviously mentioned the spitting in the soup scene Under Siege a handful of times.
I suppose, yeah. We have touched on that before. Yeah.
We're going to talk about Gary Busey, Hider in the House, a.k.a. Busey in Your Loft. We'll get all that jazz later on in the show. We've also got a new segment coming up, a game segment, which we never really do, called, we're tentatively calling it After Dark with Chris Kriss. We'll explain more about that later on.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got some Blue Arrow released the slate for December, a bit of second sight news. Anything else you want to talk about before we get to the meat of the jazz?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we'll maybe just touch on what your feelings were in Jurassic World.
I enjoyed it. Months later, I enjoyed it. Or is it like did it come out like a year ago, probably?
Something like that, last summer.
It was last summer, yeah. I saw it finally, rather enjoyed it.
Yes, not bad. Can't beat a good summer romp.
You can't beat a good romp, especially in the summer. Yeah. And I'm one of those people that I like Jurassic Park, but like I've still never seen Lost World.
Really?
So I should probably get around to watching that at some point.
It's not. There's moments. It has its moments.
Yeah, but it's also got Vince Vaughn.
Well, it certainly does. Being all like, oh my god,
oh my god, it's dinosaurs, oh my god.
With your fucking arms in the air and stuff.
Volivants getting chased by a raptor. I guess, do you want to touch on how Melanie Gibson coming out and saying Batman v Superman was a pile of wank?
Yeah. He commented that, well, along the lines, I can't be asked to remember exactly what he said, but he doesn't understand how movies can spend 200 million, or companies can spend 200 million. He's never made a green screen movie, so he doesn't really get it. Maybe he would understand it if he ever did one of those green screen movies. Talking like he's all like some old school artist, I don't know.
It's goddamn computer game pictures.
Yeah, exactly, that's kind of what I got. When you read the actual interview, you're kind of like, alright, calm down, granddad. But I do agree with them. Like, fuck, it baffles me how they can spend at least 200 million, because there's no way Batman v Superman cost only 200 million.
Yeah, I think like the actual film budget, like filming, was 250, and that's not including marketing. And marketing for a film like that is normally about like fucking 100 million.
Yeah.
So.
And also, that's just the shit they're admitting to as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably way more than that, but they'll like kind of fudge the announcement sort of figures and make it sound good so that it like appeases all the investors and stuff, but it probably costs even more than that. But yeah, the big pull quote anyway is, it's a piece of shit, he literally said when describing it.
He asked someone in the crowd, he's like, how much did Batman v Superman cost? No, like 250 million. You replied, I think it was just, and it's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Which is interesting because, I mean, I'm assuming he has seen it then, so I don't know.
He probably has.
Gibson has seen Batman vs Superman. There you go. I wish I had been there for that.
Yeah. Bless Gibson. For some reason, I don't know why. I think unless Gibson actually murders someone, I can't stay mad at him, and I don't know why.
Yeah, there's always like that bitter taste, isn't there, with Gibson though? Like where you kind of like all the news stories are being praising him for his new movie Hacksaw Ridge, but every news story I've seen is all like, racism, sugar tits thing, like towards the bottom of the article. I'm always like, they've always got to bring it up.
Yeah, he's one of the few people that like those celebs that when they do something shitty, I'm like, oh, what are you doing? I don't get mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not mad. Just like, oh, God.
You want him to just get himself together. You don't want to just blackball him. You're just like, get yourself together, Mel. Come on. I think he probably is. He seems normal now, if that's the right word. Yeah,
I think so. And I think with the all the popularity and praise he's getting at the minute, I guess it'll do him well. So, definitely.
And he's doing a follow-up to Passion of the Christ. That's Jesus is back.
Yeah, that's got to be on a poster.
Yeah. And this time he ain't taking no shit. It'd be great if he did just do that. Or just come out with a full-on like fucking exploitation movie about Jesus' return. That'd be amazing.
Getting revenge on all the Romans and that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I jazz. Apart from, as I briefly mentioned, CM Punk had his UFC debut last night and got beat. But there you go.
He got ragged on a bit. He didn't throw one punch.
Really?
Basically, yeah, not one. He ran at the guy, got through to the floor, and spent about 1:40 protecting his head from serious injury until he tapped out. It's like,
Let's say something on Twitter, like Dana White, who runs the UFC, said like if CM Punk has another fight, he doesn't think it should be in the UFC. I don't know if that's an official quote, but
Well, that's it. He should probably get some fighting experience under his belt, I guess.
Yeah, he should have done that. Yeah, definitely.
Like amateur stuff. Yeah, rather than going it'd be like me going straight into fighting in a pro environment and stuff. Like just training for 2 years, but then going straight in. It's mad, basically.
I mean, even if the guy was fighting doesn't have a huge record, I mean, he still no doubt fought before, you know what I mean? Yeah. He still had some sort of professional experience, man. It was a bit of a... I mean, hats off to him. It takes some fucking balls to do that.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm not going to be one of these people that say, good, you got beat, because,
Well, it's like I said here last night, I think he was damned if he does, damned if he doesn't.
Yeah.
If he had won, there probably would have been like, oh, did he throw the match and stuff? And then, lose the oh, there you see, you're not up to it, you're just a wrestler. So it's like an impossible situation.
I'm going to keep my ear out, though, on Raw for any kind of snidey remark from the commentators.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Or SmackDown, because JBL's probably the most likely candidate to do something like that, and he's on SmackDown. So.
Yeah. I mean, possibly tonight, at Backlash, I guess, because it's
shit, I forgot Backlash was tonight. I'm excited now.
Wait, something to watch.
I was just thinking, I'm going to have a day tonight, might have an early night. Wrestling's on. Fucking, I'll be up before.
Yeah, Backlash, man. So I would have thought you'd mention it tonight.
He will. Fucking hell, aye.
Oh my God, he's getting beat down like an amateur in a UFC octagon, Michael.
He's getting beat down like a punk, Mario. Fuck off, JBL. Stop. Just reference your fucking old baseball references from the fucking Middle Ages or whatever the fuck you always do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, wrestling rant over.
Yeah. Would you like to hear some Blu-ray release date news from Arrow Video, sir, for December?
Gosh darn it, I certainly would.
Gosh darn it, yes you would. They're releasing some more Asian horror with Kiyoshi Kurosawa's Pulse on the 5th. Have you seen Pulse?
No.
Very good. I'd recommend picking that up when it comes out. It's kind of like... It's almost the complete opposite of a jump scare film, you know what I mean? I mean, Japanese horror is more slow-paced and creepy anyway, but this is like... It's all... it's hard to explain. It's just... It's probably... I would put it up there with the first Ring, as far as, the classic era J-horror, ghost type jazz. Very good, very
just
good.
Just kind of got an unsettling feeling, or...
Very, yeah. So, when shit's happening, it's all really slow, and you're just gradually getting more and more creeped out over, a 10-minute scare scene. It's really good.
Nice.
A film called Conan Tate, which I'm not familiar with. It's got Roy Scheider in it. A Donnie Darko... Pulse is out on the 5th. Conan Tate's out on the 5th. Donnie Darko limited edition set on the 12th.
Donnie Darko.
Another big release for them. This was random now out of the blue. The first Guyver movie, one we reviewed a while ago with Mark Hamill, out on the 19th.
Yeah, it's... I may get it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm tempted. I might wait till it goes down in price.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, I got a bit excited at first because with the artwork being the way it is, I thought, fuck, they're releasing the original animated series. Oh no, it's the movie.
Yeah, if only.
And The Burning, in a regular edition, the Steelbook's out in a couple of weeks, I think, so the regular edition's out on the 19th. They're also doing a couple of reissues of Roddy Piper's Hell Comes to Frogtown and Hellgate, which they released 2 years ago, but it was like 1,000 copies each, so they've reissued those. And Creepshow 2 in the US only on the 13th.
It's random.
It's because 88 Films released it over here, so they must just have the US rights.
Right, yeah, that is.
And Second Sight, I'm really looking forward to this. Second Sight announced all the jazz and release date for the Assault on Precinct 13 40th anniversary box set. It's out on November 28th. Includes 2 commentaries, shitloads of interviews, a CD copy of the soundtrack, and an early Carpenter student short called Captain Voyeur, plus 5 art cards. That's going to be tasty.
Yeah, I'll probably get that, yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, for the progress on 88 Films Indiegogo thing they did, they said Absurd was passed uncut by the BBFC, so that'll probably be the first one to come out. And other than that, everything's just, they should be out the next couple of months. That's good.
Yeah, it's cool. Start to get them in the post, I guess. That'll be nice.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to revisiting Absurd again, because I do remember quite enjoying that. Like, it's more entertaining than Anthropophagus. It's less plodding and shit.
Yeah, Anthropophagus is a mess.
Of course, now, though, they've, included Anthropophagus in that. They're doing, a new scan of Anthropophagus, and that's going to be included in that bundle we got, and I've already got their Blu-ray of Anthropophagus, so I'm going to have Anthropophagus twice on Blu-ray.
Nice. Competition time, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Anything else before we get to Busey in the Loft?
No, I think that's it, really.
No. It's time to play the game, sir. It's time to play the game.
Oh, we're doing that now, or?
May as well.
Very good. Let's get into our boudoir settings and
light the incense.
Put on our house coats.
House coat?
Yeah, dressing gown.
There you go, yeah. Smoking jacquard. And cue the porn music. It's time for a special new segment of the show. It's a game show segment. Are you ready for this?
Oh, yes.
This started because of you, technically, because the other day we were talking about soft porn movies on Facebook chat.
As we do regularly.
That's what we do on Thursday nights. That's like soft porn night chat. And you came up with a perfect fake synopsis for a soft porn movie that doesn't exist. So I came up with this game where we'll each have to guess if the porn synopsis we're reading out is a real movie or a fake movie.
And let's be clear, it's a porn movie, but not a straight up porn.
No, we're talking about 90s soft porn. We're talking about
the realm of softcore thriller.
Erotic thrillers. Yeah.
Not like she gets her gut slapped out of her sort of porn.
None of that. Because, how are you going to do a synopsis for that? You pretty much just did it there. She gets her guts slapped out of her. Did you say?
That's it.
Never heard that one before. Right, so we're each going to read out a synopsis. The other person has to guess if it's real or a bunch of bullshit. You go first, sir.
Okay. Josh McKinley is the new lifeguard on Sunnyside Beach, and life has grown great. Too great, perhaps. After saving a young lady from drowning, just when he thinks he has met the woman of his dreams, Lucy has a dark and lustful secret in her past, which is wrenched to the surface when a mysterious blonde arrives in town looking for her missing husband.
I don't know.
There you go. Real or fake?
When you started, I thought fake. Whatever the guy's name was, it sounded fake, but it also sounded like a name that would be in a soft porn movie, so I'm not sure. I'm going to say fake.
It's fake. Well done.
Right. Reporter Shoshana Reed is about to expose a number of people who have a lot to lose. Unfortunately, her cunning ways of getting stories by blackmailing people gets her killed. The murderer could be anyone, including sex therapist Rebecca Mathis, obsessive convict Daryl Martine, and a successful impotent businessman Tom Mueller. Who could be the evil cold-blooded killer? Real or fake?
See, I mean, there's the sex therapist thing in there. Is that a red herring or not?
I'm not saying anything. It's up to you to decide.
It's That's got to be fake.
It's fucking real, sir.
Oh, God. An impotent businessman. What the fuck?
And do you know what that film is? That's the film you bought from Blockbuster for 50 pence.
What was it again? I can't remember the name.
Indecent Behaviour 2.
I just remember the box. Yeah.
That's the thing. I came across Indecent Behaviour 1 first, and I'm like, that rings a bell. And then I saw, a sequel, and looked at it, and I was like, that was the fucking film Landon bought from Blockbuster.
I just thought the sex therapist thing was a total plant.
Yep, that's why I put it in there, because I was like, you'll probably think that's fake.
Damn it.
Right, your turn, sir.
Investigate all this. The only problem is with a lot of my stuff is like you might have seen them, so you bastard. Anyway, investigator.
I was 11. I'm not going to remember them.
Yeah, I suppose fair dues. Investigator Pete Starkey is hot on the trail of a $70 million embezzlement cash fraud. The trail leads to Leland Duval, a wealthy white-collar killer. But when Duval dies in a mysterious car accident, the victim's sexy wife Carla becomes the prime suspect. Just as Starkey becomes romantically involved with Carla, evidence points to him as her accomplice in the murder. Is he innocent or just a victim of desire? Fake.
Victim of Desire, is that the name of the movie? I don't know. I'm going to say that's real.
Oh, damn it. Do you recognise that? That's because it is actually a Shannon Tweed movie.
Oh, brilliant.
I thought, will he recognise the title? Is it too obvious? Victim of Desire.
Oh, that is the name of the fucking movie?
It is, yeah, 1993, Shannon Tweed.
I've probably seen it. Right. A lawyer finds himself in a deadly game of cat and mouse when he suspects that his latest client, the widow of a recently deceased oil tycoon, may in fact be a murderer. Torn between his ethics and his attraction to her, his life begins to crumble as he's drawn deeper into a web of deceit and desire.
I'm going to say fake again.
Correct, sir. Because it's me, and I like to go the whole hog, I've named that one A Case of Lust.
Nice. I've not done that.
Starring Shannon Tweed, Steve Guttenberg, and Casper Van Dien. There you go.
Nice. Steve Guttenberg. In between his Police Academy.
In between Cocoon 2 and Police Academy 3 or something. Right, your turn, sir.
Let's see, which one should I do next? When a new experimental lobotomy procedure involving computers goes wrong, Dr. Chase Silverman must enter her patient's mind in a virtual reconstruction.
I just laughed that hard there, gave myself a stitch. Chase Silverman.
Soon she realizes she has entered a world where pleasure, pain, and fear are all considered the same concepts.
Sounds a bit dark, doesn't it? I'm going to say that could be real.
It's fake.
Fuck.
Come from my mind. I wish I'd given my films titles now. See, I was thinking like a porn version of Lawnmower Man.
That would be something. 90s CGI dicks and stuff. Well, there wouldn't be dicks in it, who am I kidding?
Yeah, dicks is too much, but, you know, everything else is fine.
So 90s CGI fake boobs, that's what it would be, pretty much, yeah.
And Pierce Brosnan, why not?
Well, why not? Put it before Bond, he'd probably do a porn. Right. Rihanna is an aspiring sex therapist whose thesis on rehabilitating gay men and women has caused an outroar. Meanwhile, various other characters explore their sexuality in modern-day India.
Modern-day India? What the fuck? I've got to say fake.
It's real.
Oh, fuck hell.
It's from...
Is it another sex therapist?
It's from Secrets of Sex 3.
That was a Shannon Tweed movie as well, wasn't it? First one? Secrets of Sex?
Yeah.
No, was it not?
I don't know what the hell that is. I just stumbled across that on IMDb and thought, that sounds fake as fuck.
Oh dear. I've been caught out by the sex therapist once again. Well, how about this one then? Victor Knight is a private investigator.
Victor Knight.
Hell-bent on getting revenge on the people that killed his family, he follows their trail through the sordid underbelly of Detroit. Going undercover, he infiltrates a brothel, posing as a cowardly drugs pusher. Just when he thinks he has his mark in sight, he falls for one of the killer's girls, and it's then a race against time to get her out before it's too late.
I like the name Victor Knight. He sounds like a badass gentleman. But I'm going to say that's fake.
It is, yeah, it's fake.
Yes.
It's totally something I would do.
Well, you have to get the next two right. Otherwise, I've won.
The pressure's on.
The pressure is on, sir. Right. On the run from her mob-affiliated boyfriend, Las Vegas showgirl Cindy takes refuge in a secluded motel in the Nevada desert, only to find out that the staff offer more than just room service.
Oh god, I'm gonna say real.
Nope, fake.
That sounds awesome. I want to say it.
That's called Gambling with Desire 2, 5-card stud, starring Frank Stallone.
It sounded so promising.
So there you go, sir. I think I've won. Yes.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that.
No. That's a fun game, though.
Well, should I do my last one anyway?
Yeah, it's your last one anyway, yeah.
Bit dark, this one. Bit dark. I'll forewarn you.
So it's fake.
A talented male dancer whose life is turned upside down when he is abducted, raped and tortured by 3 mysterious hooded women. When Daniel goes out to buy a pack of cigarettes one day and doesn't return, the women in his life, his girlfriend Gertrude and choreographer Isabel, are understandably devastated. When he returns 11 days later, he is unable to talk about what has happened and has lost the ability to dance. Worse still, Daniel can no longer engage emotionally with even his closest friends. Now, in order to get his life back on track, Daniel sets out to find his abusers, with only his memories of sounds he heard while captive to guide him.
It's more like a fucking 70s exploitation movie than a 90s softball movie. Fucking hell.
It certainly is.
I take it that's a creation of your mind.
It's not actually, it's a real film.
Really? What is the movie?
The Book of Revelation.
It's
called. It's not really a 90s porn one. I just kind of threw it in because I was struggling to find 90s porn synopses, as I said before.
What the hell? Where was that from? What year is that from?
2006.
No, is it soft porn?
No, it's more like an art house film, to be honest. But it does have a lot of like naughtiness in it, shall we say? I'm not sure if porn's the right word for it.
Yeah, probably not. No.
Revelation.
My last one was recently divorced Clara Hamilton meets the mysterious Drake in a local bar, and the attraction is instant. When she discovers his criminal activity, she's drawn to him even more. But when she sees too much, Drake's associates give him an ultimatum: silence her or be silenced. Is that real or fake?
Fake?
Yes. That was Silence and Silence 3, The Silencing. Starring Tia Carrere and Robert Patrick.
Tia Carrere. God rest her soul. I mean,
not
as in
dead. You say this all the
time. No, I just mean her career's dead.
Yeah, Robert Patrick doesn't get any of that shit. He was a double dragon. I was fucking bullying Carrera.
I saw Relic Hunter the other day on TV. It's still pretty bad.
Outrang a Relic Hunter, I've told you before. It's a low-rent Tomb Raider with Tia Carrere. There's nothing wrong with it.
I suppose. And I was going to say, clearly you're much better at spotting fake porn than I am.
Oh, I'm just weirdly better at coming up with fake porn movies.
Or maybe I'm just more willing to believe.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm sure a couple of mine would have done pretty well on video back in the day. So yeah, that was that game. That was quite fun, actually.
Yes. I'll have to do another one next week.
Yeah, we should, actually. Yeah. Let's just fucking start just reviewing nothing but exclusively soft porn movies from the 90s. I'd be up for that. Fuck it. I'd be up for that.
Hunt them down, yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that was After Dark with Chris and Chris. Hope you played along at home.
And trying to think of something to say about After Dark. Keep those lights dimmed.
Yeah.
There you go.
Blow those candles out, never. Sensuous wank in the dark. That was a fun game, wasn't it? Didn't record yesterday and just slid into the show.
Yeah, that's we just did that spur of the moment, straight up banged it out there.
Just banged it out. But let's get on to the movie of the show, which is Hider in the House from 1989, directed by a fella called Matthew Patrick. And I always thought it just because of, seeing the video and stuff and it not being a very well-known film that it was just literally made as a straight-to-video movie. But the Wikipedia page actually has shitloads of information about it, strangely.
Really?
Apparently, due to financial problems, it only got a brief theatrical release in Europe and went straight to video in America in 91. But it was originally supposed to have a huge theatrical release in America.
Oh, right. That's mad.
All the preview, I think it got some festival screenings. All the reviews are really good, but just due to money problems, they couldn't release it theatrically. I think it was supposed to be in 1,200 screens or something.
Mad.
Also, it was 5 days after he finished filming this that Busey had his mad motorcycle accident that almost killed him.
Yeah, because it was 88, wasn't it, his accident, yeah.
But the film stars Gary Busey, Mimi Rogers, Michael McKean and Scary Bruce Glover. But what's the plot? What's it all about?
Well, Gary Busey plays a character called Tom, who has been brutalised by his mother and father as a young child. I think they hint at the fact that he always likes to hide. They build that into the opening crawl of the movie, hide within the house and whatnot. Yeah, after he brutally burns them to death in an arson attack on his home, he's committed to a mental health ward for pretty much the remainder of his childhood life. And the film picks up with him getting out of psychiatric care and just, I think he announces that he wants a family of his own, and the doctors are like, oh, that'll be good, yeah, he's going to have a family of his own, but little do they know, he just plans on just fucking adopting a family and forcing himself on them.
It took me a long time after the fire happened to discover it wasn't my fault. 'Cause they drove me to it.
What was a horrible situation?
Yeah.
Why are you bringing it up today?
I want to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well, why would it?
If someone were to attack my house, then I'd have to defend myself.
But yeah, the opening credits were quite grim though, weren't they? Just with just images of his childhood and drawings he's done and stuff with the dialogue of his parents shouting at him and beating the crap out of him. I was like, it's quite effective and it's more grim than I was expecting as well.
Yeah, like you said, it is effective actually. It's a kind of cool way of I don't know, sometimes violence like that is kind of disturbing when it's kidified and presented in that way, I guess.
Oh yeah, with the drawings and shit, yeah.
That's I saw some trivia that, well, I think it's in the credits as well, that's Jake Busey's voice in it at the start.
Oh yeah, I saw him in the credits. I didn't put it together because it just says voice credit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jake Busey.
Yeah. Provide the voice. But yeah, it's a good way. It pretty much just gets the movie started, doesn't it? Rather than if they made it now, it would be 40 minutes would be dedicated to the whole him as a child thing. But
well,
you know what I mean?
If Rob Zombie made it,
yeah, a whole movie just dedicated to that.
Yeah,
it just sums it up. It lets you know what's happened. It just fucking hits the ground running. Right, anyway, here's Tom. He's a psychopath. He's going to terrorize his family. Let's go.
Also, as well, Christopher Young's music was pretty cool. That creepy choral thing he does now and then.
Yeah.
And it does set him up though to be quite sympathetic, and to be honest, for 90% of the film I just felt sorry for Busey because he's he's a victim of abuse. He's fucking deranged. It is kind of a weird film when you think that, what's its message? Does it have a message? I don't think it has a message really. I'll go into it more later, but the Wikipedia page does go on about how the film was supposed to be quite different. Oh, right. And had a different ending and shit, but we'll cut to Busey in a flea pit motel, and as I always say, I felt either these type places don't exist anymore, or they just don't like shooting films there. But I love movies from the 80s and 70s where there's always some shithole motel that looks like it's got a shitload of cockroaches ran by some greasy shit.
Yeah.
Some greasy chain-smoking scumbag.
Yeah, he's always got like a wife beater on or something like
heavy stubble. But then we've established in the opening montage that his parents would burn him with cigarettes and stuff, and the guy's smoking and keeps getting his cigarette too close to Busey, so Busey almost fucking kills the guy when he's sick. He gets too close to his face.
Yeah.
Pretty scary when Busey snaps.
Genuinely, yeah, genuinely.
You got this. You got something here from the hospital. Oh, yeah, and the outpatient unit call set to reschedule. The pharmacy's still waiting for you to pick up your medication. Oh, and the manager says, if you don't pay for your room by tomorrow, you're out.
I have a check from the hospital. Could you cash that for me?
Hey, what do I look like, a bank to you? You want to cash your check, you go to the bank. You don't mess with me. Nuts and cigarettes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just lost control for a minute. I'm okay now.
You forget, though, how much of a fucking big guy he is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he is, like 6'2" or something, 6'1", 6'2".
Gotta be, yeah. And back here, he was like built like a fucking bear. He's huge. I was getting fucking like, because of the greasiness and like the disturbing in, I was getting like Henry Portrait of a serial killer vibes at this point. I was like, I know it's not going to stay like that, but I was just surprised at how bit grotty the opening 5-10 minutes was.
It's kind of, we've lost that in films, like, definitely. Like, I don't think we'll ever see that level of, like, grottiness. I'm always sad when movies are, like, set in New York nowadays and they're all, like, glass apartments and everything's nice and clean. I was like, I kind of miss the back alleys and rubbish of New York.
I guess the only way to get around that now is to just film something in Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah, like a period piece, but set it in Detroit.
Busey meets with his doctor, psychologist. Did you think the bit where Busey just puts his head on the desk was an ad-lib?
Yeah, definitely. I assume a lot of this movie was an ad-lib, to be fair.
Yeah, probably.
Given Busey.
It said that, like, Busey met with the doctor beforehand to do research and stuff. And he said it was a no acting required role because now he is the character. And I can totally imagine Busey saying that and being dead serious. But yeah, as I said, Busey finds an empty house and makes himself a little fucking creepy den in the loft by putting a wall up.
Yeah, it's kind of like a house that's just sold, hasn't it, basically? So it's already empty. Yeah. There's builders on site and stuff, like sort of getting it, renovating it, getting ready for the new occupants. So he's able to like sneak in, probably posing as a builder, and then build his own little cubby hole in the loft.
Looks quite cozy though, I wouldn't mind living in there.
Yeah.
Makes himself a little speaker device so he can spy on the people in the house through the intercom system and stuff, and he draws little pictures. I like that.
Yeah.
And we're introduced to Mimi Rogers.
The lovely Mimi Rogers.
As Julie. She's very nice, Mimi Rogers.
Yeah, she's very homely.
very, very milfy. Just, it's a shame about the Scientology jazz, but I'll let it go.
Overlook it, the whole... yeah, because isn't she like linked to Travolta and stuff in terms of...
Well, I think she she used to be married to Cruise. I think she was the one who introduced him to Scientology.
Yeah, because...
So we've kind of got her to blame.
Yeah, that's a bit grim.
But then the stories, though, that, like, it was Scientology split... The Church of Scientology, this is a rumour, that Scientology split her and Cruise up so he could pursue Nicole Kidman. Because that's apparently how they do things. Fucking...
Allegedly.
Yeah. But Michael McKean plays a husband from Spinal Tap and all that jazz.
Good old Michael McKean. Recently saw him. He's had a boon to his career doing Better Call Saul. Playing his brother.
Is he in that, is he?
Yeah, he plays Chuck, his elder brother. Oh, cool. He's very good in it. Highly recommend it.
And as usual, when he's not in like a comedy, is he playing some shitbag you just want to see get battered?
Basically, yeah.
Every time I see him in a film, he's always just some guy I'm like, oh, I hope he gets fucking punched in the face.
Yeah, he pretty much does. I mean, he plays a character that you catch yourself feeling sorry from now and then, but a lot of the time you're just like, oh, what a bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a married couple. They've got 2 kids. They're moving into the house, and they've got a dog, and the dog, of course, goes up the loft and instantly senses there's a fucking creep hiding behind the wall. So Busey starts poking it with a stick. That night, Mimi wants to christen the new house with some shagging, but McKean would rather work.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange setup. It's like 1 minute she's wanting it, but he's too busy working. Then when he wants it, she's all like giving him the cold shoulder. What the fuck?
Well, because you know why? Because he was a fucking dick about the vase she made him.
I guess. You can't turn that shit on and off.
Fucking dick. So Mimi's like, fuck this shit, has a wee naked swim outside. Busey has a little perv and notices the neighbour doing the same. We'll get to the neighbour in a minute. Busey eats beans with a hunting knife because he's a man and a psychopath.
There's one way to set up someone mad is get them to sit and eat things out of a tin with a knife. Definitely. Yeah,
or have a dry shave with a knife. That's another one.
yeah, definitely. It's sweaty, light shave like that scene in Predator, you know, the whole like wet snap. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. So Busey, of course, kills the dog. We don't see what happened to that, but that pops up again later. And that night, while he's getting back in the house, the little girl sees Busey on the stairs in the middle of the night, and if that's not nightmare material for the rest of your fucking life, I don't know what is. Jesus Christ.
Just like popping out for a drink of water or something and seeing Busey all hunched over on your stairs. Yeah.
And he tries his best to do it, like a friendly smile, but he just looks terrifying with the shadows on his face. And then we get an very Italian exterminator coming to the house, who's a very Italian man. He's all, Mano!
Yeah, he's basically, I don't know, his character's basically just called Mario. I don't know, he's got like dungarees on and everything.
I just love when they just go, yeah, you're an Italian exterminator, okay. Hey! You got a fucking big place over here. His first word when he comes in is Mano. I was like, Jesus Christ, he's straight out the fucking Sopranos, this guy. But he's there to do some extermination. He thinks they've got rats because he can hear Busey perving around upstairs. And we'll meet Bruce Glover. We haven't seen Bruce Glover since we reviewed fucking Kill Crazy, the Hebner movie.
Yeah, good old Glover.
I know he's kind of meant to be a bit pervy in this, but...
He's a red herring, isn't he, basically? He's one of them type where you think maybe he's going to do something, but he doesn't. Like, through the whole thing.
He's just genuinely a creepy guy. Nothing against him. He is a good actor because he always terrifies us, but he's just a genuine... Like, I always think he should have been one of the Klopeks in the Biffs.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. There's something about his face. He has one of them faces, yeah.
And especially since my last memory of him is, like, getting people to suck off revolvers and kill crazy and say mercy and stuff. But Busey kills the exterminator and beats him to death with a flashlight.
Yeah, and this is a negative about the movie. Like, sometimes it's a bit choppy. Like... You see him beat him to death and that, and you see him getting in the van, but you never really see what became of the exterminator.
That's true, yeah. Because later on, when he kills someone, you get the impression he's buried them in the backyard.
Yeah.
Maybe he kept the exterminator for a sex aid or something.
You never know.
We set up a classic school bully scenario with the son of the family getting bullied at school, and he's called Neil. But Neil has a rather badass Judge Dredd t-shirt.
Yeah, I did notice that. I thought, no way, Judge Dredd.
He's a bit cool, that kid, isn't he?
All he needs next is like a Clash poster in his room.
Yeah, he'd be fucking well cool. Mimi's doing some pottery, and you get the best shot of the movie where it slowly zooms in on her, then Busey's face just appears at the window.
Yeah, that is. I definitely got a poster of that bit. So.
Yeah, totally. But Busey, though, inadvertently causes a row between the couple and almost gives himself childhood flashbacks listening to his parents fight and stuff, you silly man, because he spilt some juice or whatever on a spreadsheet. It's something like that.
Yeah, he's having a beer and he spills it on the spreadsheet and then takes the spreadsheet away.
Yeah.
To like hide it, and he's like, "Where's that spreadsheet? Oh my god, banking, blah blah blah," and they kick about it. But yeah, I guess it's the first scene where he's like starting to like lose control a little bit of himself.
At a housewarming party, we find out McKean is actually cheating on his missus. What the fuck? Just when you couldn't think this guy's any more of a knob.
What a bastard.
Right, if you've got Mimi Rogers at Yem, why would you cheat on her?
Well, seems mad. Fucking
dickhead. Busey saves the daughter from drowning, which I like how that never came up again. How he's like, you'd think the kid would be like, right, shut up. Like when she sees him again and stuff, but weirdly that doesn't pop up again.
Yeah, I kind of thought they were going to go down the angle of like, she thinks he's like an imaginary friend or something, sort of thing. Like, she was going to tell him, I'm like, oh, there's a man that helps me, and she was going to be like, oh, kids, you're daft. Yeah. But they never really did that. It seemed like a missed opportunity.
He's like, he looks like Gary Busey.
She's like, fuck.
But Busey hatches a plan, because he hears that through his little intercom thing that McKean's cheating, so he hatches a plan so his wife catches him rutting with some whore in a hotel room. She kicks him out, so that's his first bit of his plan out of the way, because we forgot to mention he also has the model of the house, and he's carved little wooden figures of the family members, which is quite funny.
Yeah, it is. It's good. It adds to the creep factor of him positioning the little models and stuff and shit. Yeah.
But Neil is so distraught that his dad left that he almost sets the house on fire in the loft. I thought this was a slight stretch.
Yeah, it went full tilt crazy, in 10 minutes, sort of thing.
Just it was too much of a leap, just so Busey identifies with it, because that's technically what he did to his parents, wasn't it? Set the house on fire.
Yeah.
But tell you what, though, that kid was going for an Oscar here. Did you see that? He went from 1 to 10 in about 5 seconds.
It is.
Jesus. Glover returns to help maybe with the groceries, and there's an awkward meeting between Busey and Glover. Busey is now playing the role of, hey, I'm the friendly guy in the neighbourhood. Can I come in for a cup of coffee? And
working his way in.
It's a shame, that we never got... I was totally expecting that at the end when they're going next door to the neighbour. I was like, we're going to get a Busey-Glover standoff here. It's going to be the creepiest fight ever. But
yeah.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah, again, that doesn't really go anywhere. Does it? I mean, I was kind of expecting a Home Alone finish or something where the creepy neighbour was going to turn up and save the day or something.
Ends up with a shovel.
Yeah, but again, they didn't do that. I guess he just dialed 911, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, get to that.
They exchange his rabbit's foot for one of Rita's pottery things, little cup. Not Rita, maybe. And then Rita turns up, her best friend, who will die later, obviously.
She's a sole purpose to just die, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And while the garden, they find the dog buried in a rather shallow grave. He did a bit of a fucking half-assed job there, didn't he?
Yeah. That's pretty cool, though, finding the buried dog. Stuff like that's always creepy, isn't it, I guess?
Drop your bag. You know why he's picking on you?
Why?
Because he knows you're not going to do anything. When I was growing up, there was these people who used to beat me up every day. I finally had enough, and I stood up for myself.
What happened?
They never hurt me again.
Busey gives Neil advice on how to combat his bully. Basically tells him how to murder somebody.
Yeah, rather than fighting back. He's like, what you do is kick them in the balls. I'm like, yeah, that's fair advice. And he's like, then you punch them, then you stomp on the face. It's no, that's
pretty
too
much. Punch him to the ground and stomp the fuck out of him. Is basically what he tells him to do. I mean, Roger's like, it's a bit much. There's an empty house, so Busey goes rummaging and sniffing things, as he does. Rita arrives unexpectedly, so Busey kills her. He accidentally kills her, let's be fair.
Yeah, he's sort of he's just trying to get her to be quiet, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm sure you appreciated the fucking moment.
Shh, there you go.
As soon as he did that, I started laughing and went, man down will be fucking pissed himself at that scene. For some reason.
Yeah, it's just one of them things. It's always good. Snap someone's neck and then be like, shh, there you go now, there you go.
Can't go to babies. Just more of you and you taking notes from psychopaths in movies for when you finally go crackers.
Eventually.
Maybe starts noticing strange things around the house, so she gets a bit paranoid and she has a gun handy, so obviously that's going to come back later.
Classic, nice-natured American family with 2 kids, but she's still got a fucking revolver,
Big fucking python thing in her fucking cupboard here. The kid takes Busey's advice and literally beats the fucking ever-loving shit out of the bully, and even Randy Orton punt kicks him in the face.
That's definitely a bit much.
Brutal. That's well brutal for a kid's fight in a movie.
Yeah, I just sort of thought, well, no one's going to fuck with him for the rest of your school life.
Yeah, there's no follow-up to that either. You expect there to be some sort of follow-up, but there's not. You just got away with it. That's just, if a kid watches this, they'll be like, I'll fucking do that then.
Yeah, that's, again, what's the message of this film? It's weird.
Yeah.
If someone breaks into your house, fucking shoot them dead. If somebody fucks with you at your school, stomp in the face.
Yeah, it's like if a psychopath gives you advice, it'd probably work. Busey turns up to take Mimi to bitches. And he starts freaking out a bit when he gets a bit rejected, and he didn't play that very cool, did he? Because he gets pissed off and then goes straight back 5 minutes later and starts banging on the door like a nutcase.
Yeah, it quickly escalates, doesn't it, really? You kind of think, is it going to get creepier and creepier, but it just goes from being slightly creepier to he's just batshit crazy banging on the door.
But McKean arrives and scares him off, kind of. I did like his little run behind the bush when he gets to the end of the garden. McKean and Mimi reconcile really quickly and have a nice make-up shag.
Sorry for shagging that lass.
She's like, oh, you're Harry. The dad and the kids leave to go pick up his shit that he's got in a hotel, probably leaving Mimi alone. And I put in my notes, full Busey rage incoming.
Yeah. It's like, I'll leave you on your own in the house. She's like, oh, that's okay. I'll be okay in the house on my own. It's like, oh, here.
Never mind that Tom psychopath who went all fucking crackers earlier. He'll not come back. Fuck him. And then from here, it's your typical, psycho showdown scenario with the woman and the crazy bastard man. Yeah. But there's a great shot when she finds his little secret hideaway, and just looking at the pictures and out of focus in the background, you just see a smiling Busey stalking her from behind.
He's like hiding behind a pallet or something, isn't he? Yeah, it is a nice setup, that.
It's really creepy, yeah. As I said, though, disappointed Glover didn't turn back up for a bit of a fucking throwdown with Busey.
Definitely, I mean, I genuinely thought, because, I mean, I guess they had set up that she has a gun and stuff, but I kind of thought he was going to save the day, like he was going to turn up with a gun. Mm-hmm. So, like, when you saw Busey, fucking stabbing the shit out of the husband, and the shot went off, I kind of expected the camera to pan down and it would be the neighbour there with the shotgun or something.
Yeah, me too. And then it was the cops, and I was like, oh, right.
Yeah, and then they could have even done something like everyone's happy and safe, but then Brucey kills the neighbour or something, he has his comeback for something before he's shot dead by Mimi Rogers or something. But I guess they ran out of time and money, and also fucking energy. They were like, oh, fuck it, just end it.
As I'll get to, now I was saying the ending was supposed to be completely different. The original script apparently was supposed to be more sympathetic towards the Busey character, as you'd expect, because for the first half of the film you're like, well, he's a victim of horrible abuse as a kid. He's going to be fucked up.
Yeah.
He's not really malicious, but then they decided the original ending was supposed to be he cracks, goes to set the house on fire and kill the entire family, then has a revelation that what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
And then helps the family escape, and the house burns down around him and he dies. That was the original ending. Then the studio was like, no, we need to blow him away at the end.
Yeah, a classic sort of sentimentality, he needs to be punished sort of thing or something, and be shown as just the actual bad guy.
Yeah.
But it's not always as black and white as that, I guess.
Yeah, because they even compare it in the article that saying they did a Fatal Attraction, and when I finally saw Fatal Attraction for the first time a couple of weeks ago, I was looking up that about the alternate ending it had.
Yeah.
And the original ending, Fatal Attraction's really, really low key, but then they decided to go back and do the big throwdown in the bathroom and Glenn Close getting blown away at the end and stuff. And it's kind of a shame that they do that sometimes. Sometimes the fucking low key ending just works.
Yeah, definitely. Gives you more to think about as well.
But yeah, I'll tell you one thing though, Busey, when you've got the classic, he's coming back when Mimi Rogers shoots him.
Yeah.
It's such a good comeback though, he's so quick when he just actually genuinely got a bit of a jump.
Yeah, definitely.
You know it's coming, but he's that fucking quick and scary. I was like, Christ, Busey.
Yeah, does he grab a leg or something? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Really good. So overall, sir, what do you think of the film? I quite enjoyed it. I think it was a bit too long. 20 minutes too long.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, a pro man's Cape Fear in some ways, just psychopath comes into the family and tries to ruin it from within and blah blah blah. There's some elements of it that I don't think were developed enough. Like I said, some of the things about the bodies disappearing and no little scenes. I mean, I don't know. I kind of wanted to see him digging a hole and stuff. There was just little bits missing here and there that could have made it into a fuller movie, I guess.
I think maybe he snapped too soon. The exterminator scene comes in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It should have maybe made it a bit more when he kills Rita, that should have been the first time he actually kills somebody or something like that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But yeah, it was well entertaining. Good old Bruce.
I really enjoyed Busey in it. Busey's performance. It's a genuinely good performance, and it's just a shame that he's so well known now for just being that crazy Gary Busey, but I think people seem to forget that he is actually a really good actor. Yeah,
definitely, yeah. Just a perfect sort of all these facial expressions and his mannerisms and stuff. You just totally buy into the fact he's this crazy person.
Yeah, because you hear Busey plays a crazy guy who hides out in someone's loft. You expect manic, crazy, out there Busey, but it's not really.
No, not really. No.
Nah.
He plays it more just a person with mental health problems rather than a psychopath.
Yeah, it's quite believable.
Yeah.
Mimi Rogers was really good too, and like we said, very nice.
Oh, yes.
McKean, like I said, awesome as usual, as playing slimy shitbags. You want to see get a kicking.
Totally. And so he does. He gets his comeuppance, I guess.
yeah. When he's getting fucking stabbed with a friggin' fire poker by Busey multiple times.
Yeah.
And that really nasty looking stunt down the wooden stairs leading up to the loft, that looked a bit painful.
Yeah, it did as well, didn't it? Yeah. There was like one when Busey went down the stairs. I wonder, like, was it actually Busey as well?
Probably.
Because it kind of thought like, it doesn't look like a stuntman, and the camera's like clearly on him, so that's pretty cool. So did his own stunt.
Probably did. I mean, I know he like became more crazy after his bike accident, but I think he's always been a bit eccentric. He's probably just like, I'll do it. Yeah. Let me do it.
Yeah, I was like laugh about like Busey saying that, like, I wonder if the film originally was going to be about like an uncle that comes to stay and outstays his welcome, but then like Busey just totally changed it.
Yeah, probably. Like, so, you know, when I build me room in the loft, they're like looking through the script like, no. Yeah. That's happening. Okay.
I'm like, shit.
But needed more Bruce Glover being a sleazy shit, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Underused.
Yeah, just a bit. I mean, that line where he's like, oh, are you going to school? She's like, yeah, I'm in kindergarten. Oh, I wish I was in kindergarten with you. I was like, that was a bit fucking creepy, Jesus.
Yeah, that's such a creepy scene, that. Yeah, and then he like bends over and like waves at them, and just everything he does is like, that's weird.
Did Julie tell you about us?
No.
About Julie and I? She didn't? Julie needs someone to be in the house when she's gone. To protect the kids.
Look, I don't know what you're doing here.
Well, I'm trying to explain what I'm doing here. What I'm doing is I live here now. I live here with Julie.
I think you should go.
Neil. No. Ooh, please. Don't scream. Don't scream. Don't scream. Don't scream. Please don't scream. Don't scream. Don't scream. Don't scream.
So yeah, that's Hider in the House. I'd recommend it if you're in the mood for some scary Busey antics. Like I said, he's really good in it. So.
I mean, I think I picked it up like £2.60 or something on eBay or something as well. So it's one of them films you can easily get. That's readily available on DVD.
I think the DVD only came out like a couple of years ago over here.
Did it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Nice, like perfect timing. Get it bought.
Get it bought. Give it a watch. Unfortunately, Mimi Rogers does not partake in the nudity.
No, not in this one. No.
If you want that, you got to fucking find Full Body Massage with her and Brian Brown. That's a cracking picture.
Full body massage. See, that's kind of like what got us started with the whole After Dark thing, right? I guess.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, I was like, oh man, if you like Mimi Rogers, you should watch Full Body Massage, and then you just came up with an awesome fucking synopsis for a movie that didn't exist. I do like that how it's just called Full Body Massage.
Yeah, it doesn't give anything away, but it lets you know the tone of the movie.
It's as if a Shannon Tweed movie was called Soft Focus Tits.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's episode. Fucking what episode's this? 109. Episode 109.
109. Yeah, very good.
I know we've slacked this year.
We have a bit, yeah.
Just a bit.
We'll have to bang out like 10 in the next sort of couple of months. Catch up.
We just need to shake it up.
Yeah.
Like, my enthusiasm for the show dwindles now and then, and we're just like,
yeah.
We need to shake it up. Keep it interesting.
Well,
there's no fuckers listening, so we may as well keep it interesting for us.
Yeah. So we need to find a niche. We need to do like films that have a man who has a brown suit on at some point during the movie or something. I don't know. Really hardcore niche.
For all those brown suit fans out there. Like I said, man, I'm well up for just changing the theme of the show to just exclusively 90s After Dark softball movies. Think how many there is would never run out of fucking shows.
There probably is quite a lot. Like, yeah, think about all those like movies that were made for like the Adult Channel and stuff, and Sky Movies and all them sort of stuff. Yeah,
we do the whole Night Eyes series.
Night Eyes and Emmanuel.
Yeah, we could even go. Yeah, we could go all the way back to Emmanuel. Yeah, why not? This won't happen. You know, we talk about shit like this all the time. Like, I'm sure the shit we're talking about in like episode 3 that we still haven't done. So don't hold your breath if you think this is a good idea.
I think we'll probably get quite bored of movies like that. To be fair,
they are all pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually one thing I was going to say. That just reminded us. I was going to say they're all quite tame and stuff. And that just made us think, what's with Hydra in the House being in 18? I mean, come on, really?
Yeah, it did not need to be in 18 at all.
Like, even by those standards of the day, like, no way. I guess, is it because of the female violence? Probably.
No, it's not. There's worse stuff in 15s. It might be because of the fucking, the bit where the kid stomps the kid's head in.
Yeah.
That's quite violent for, like, if a kid saw it. So.
Yeah, I suppose there are always a bit funny senses about, like, headbutts and kick the head and stuff. Because, like, The Matrix was one of them films when that got butchered for, like, headbutts and knees to the head and stuff. So. Yeah,
but I think even now they're not bothered. They're not as fussy about that anymore.
Oh, fuck no. Christ. You can, like, fucking crucify a baby now in films and that. And they're like, 12. Like,
yeah. PG, fuck it.
So we've gone the other way now. I think we're back to like almost like pre-BBFC days where like things need to be like a little bit tighter controlled in terms of violence and stuff.
Just higher ratings, yeah. They are a bit lax these days.
Yeah, I just think like you hardly see any 18 films anymore, and I kind of think it's a bit weird.
Then again, though, you get weird things like when the first Expendables came out and they only took out a brief, like, 1 second shot of a knife in someone's throat, and that went from an 18 to a 15.
Yeah.
It's like the tiniest thing will change a rating. Straight.
Just tip it over.
Yeah. Anyway, that was this show. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed the After Dark segment.
Yes.
So until next time, take it easy. Don't hide in me loft.
Watch out. I should have prepared. I could have done a whole speech about fucking, like the end of Gremlins.
It might just be a Busey in your head.
Yeah. There you go.
So yeah, till next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The Chris and Chris Show.
Hi, I'm Stacey with an S, the Director of Operations over here at Wafoo HQ. If you'd like to support the show, a review and rating on iTunes would be much appreciated. Just search for Wafoo FM. Or, if you're not an iTunes user, a review over at Stitcher.com would also be flipping marvellous. Once again, just search for Wafoo FM. If you'd like to get in contact with the show, the email address is wafoopodcast@gmail.com. Or alternatively, if you'd prefer to leave a voicemail, head on over to www.speakpipe.com/wafoofm. Thanks for listening.